Welcome to God Made Colors, Camp in a Bag. I am so excited to talk to you today about the creativity of God. You know, in Genesis, it talks about God's creation story. It talks about how God created the heavens and the earth and everything in it. He created you. He created me. God is an awesome creator. And don't you think he's creative in the way that he makes everybody just a little bit different? He makes us all unique so that we can all work together in his great kingdom here on earth. You know, it even says in Ephesians that we should be imitators of God. Do you know what that means? That means he's calling you and me to be creative too. He's asking us to do lots of other things as well, but one of those things is be creative. Use the awesome brain that he has given to you to do some really neat things. Let's thank God for that today. Bow your head with me. God, thank you so much that you inspire creativity in us. Thank you that when we see a blank piece of paper, you give us ideas, you give us many beautiful colors to work with so that we can create an awesome piece of art. God, thank you that you have made us all a little bit different and that we can each bring something awesome to your table to help grow your kingdom here on earth. We love you, God. Amen. For our first activity, I'm going to show you how to use a muffin tin and some crayons to make a new multicolored circular crayon. The first thing you need to do is pick out a handful of crayons that you'd like to see in your new multicolored crayon. I really like all colors of the rainbow, and so I'm going to make sure mine have a variety of colors. The first thing you need to do is make sure you peel each of your crayons. Now that I've peeled my crayons, this is the fun part. We're going to break our crayons into our sprayed muffin tins. You want to spray them with some sort of oil or put some parchment paper inside so that the crayons don't stick to the muffin tin. I'm going to break it up in 4 different pieces. Remember to have an adult help you during this activity. The next step is going to require us to put our crayons in the oven. The oven needs to be set at 200 degrees. You'll place your muffin tin in the oven for about 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, you want to check on your crayons. If they're not quite melted, you're going to go back and check on them every couple of minutes until you see that they've melted into the bottom of the pan. When your crayons are melted, you want to remove them from the oven, let it cool. You can put it in a cool ice water bath to cool it down quickly, or set it on the counter and come back to it later. And then you'll simply tip your muffin tin over and pop your crayons out. And you should have some beautiful circular rainbow colored crayons. Our next activity is melted crayon art. You're going to take some crayons that you have unwrapped. So pick the colors that you want from your bag. Take your crayon. On your wax paper, you're going to use your scissors, keep them closed, and you're going to simply scrape your crayons onto the wax paper. You need an adult's help for this. you want to make sure an adult is with you in the room. Go get an adult if nobody's with you right now, because anytime we use something sharp or hot, we want to make sure an adult is there to help us do it safely. So I'm going to scrape my crayons with my scissors that are closed until I have a nice big pile. Once you've scraped as many colors as you'd like in your art, you're going to simply fold your wax paper in half and you're going to ask an adult to help you with this next part. The next part is that we need to put a towel over the top, and on a low setting, you will iron over your crayons. As you iron, your crayon is going to melt together. Once you have your melted crayons, you can cut your wax paper into any design you would like. You might want to make it a circle, you might want to make a butterfly or a flower. Have fun with it. And remember, you need an adult's help for this activity. Henry Matisse was an artist. He did some abstract art when he was 84 years old. Do you see the colorful shapes? He called this one the snail. Maybe you don't see it as a snail, but that's what he envisioned when he created his art. So we're going to create something like this today with our colored paper, and we're going to put it on our white paper and use our duct tape to make a border. Okay, let's get started. I took some of my colored construction paper and I tore it into pieces. We're going to use these pieces and our glue stick to make our own Matisse Snail. If you would rather do a snake or a lizard, you can choose any creature you want. Matisse made a snail, but you don't have to make a snail. Remember, this is your creation, your art. So go ahead and spend some time tearing your paper into pieces so that you have enough to create your art. In order to create our snail, our snake, our lizard, whatever it is that you want to make today, we're going to use a glue stick to attach our strips of paper onto our big white construction paper. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to make mine a snail. So I'm going to go in a big half circle like this. You can even draw, if you want, in pencil and cover the pencil with your little pieces of paper. So here's my snail. What'd you come up with? Now that we've completed our Matisse art, let's put a frame around the outside of our paper so that we have a nice, neat, framed piece of art. I'm going to use duct tape to do that. Now you see I have my framed Matisse art. I can't wait to see examples of your art when you post them on our Facebook page. Hope you had fun. Another activity in your God Made Colors bag is this string bag with fabric markers. You simply take your fabric markers, lay out your string bag. We've already placed a piece of paper on the inside so that your markers do not bleed through. So go ahead and leave that piece of wax paper in there, and you can draw your design on your bag in fabric marker, or you can draw it in pencil first and then go back over it with fabric marker. Have so much fun decorating your string bag.